Nobody likes rejection. That's normal. And as a man, rejection from the opposite sex sometimes can be, it's painful. The thing about it is that each rejection makes you stronger and stronger and stronger. And it's a struggle because you need to keep up with getting better that eventually will turn up with less rejection. So you think, but that's not the case. Sometimes it doesn't matter how good you are, you're still going to be rejected. And that's part of it. And if you learn to accept it and you are looking for the significant other or others, then it's just part of the entire just dynamics of things. But if you really get anxious about it, about rejection and about having to pursue someone that might be like, nah, then there is a solution. And that solution is to just wait. Just wait. Wait for that woman to like you. And she'll let you know. I think we all come across women that they like you enough that they'll let it be known very clearly. Sometimes they're subtle. A lot of times they're direct. But these women that like you, they will take away that feeling of, fear of rejection or the anxiety. However, the wait part is the hard part because women are not usually the hunters. So you either have to be like top-notch guy where women are going to, approach you or really give you a green light that's very clear, or you just have to wait and be out there. Also, you can't be in a room 24 hours a day thinking a woman is going to come in and rescue you or like you or whatever. It's not happening. You have to be out in the world. So if you're out in the world and you're patient enough, you'll run into a woman that actually likes you. And that takes away all the anxiety of, oh, does she like me? Does she not? Well, I want to approach her. What do I say? You don't have to do any of that if you wait long enough and if you are at the right places at the right time. You're in college or at your job. And actually your job isn't even a good place because, it's unless they don't work there or they just work in your building. But if you're out in the world, you're bound to run into a woman that will strike a conversation with you and things will escalate without you having to work. The thing about the wait part is that you can't just passively wait, right? You have to be open and aware of most women. Like I said, they're not going to be direct. Like, hey, you come here, you're mine. Like it's very unlikely that'll happen, but you have to be aware of the signals. And when women send you a strong signal, you'll feel it. You'll know the signal's there. There's some women that are also anxious, so they probably are going to be a little nervous and not reveal that signal as clearly as you may want. So you have to be open and just observe and wait. You'll run into these women that actually like you. And actually, if you want to avoid relationships that go nowhere, heartbreaks, all of that, then only pursue serious relationships with women that like you first. Because these are the women that women have an instinct, right? And they have a sixth sense, and they know things. They probably don't even know how they know them. But when a woman likes you that hard, so quickly, so fast, and she's clear about it, her intuition's telling her like, you could be that man. So long-term relationships are more likely to be very long-term with these kinds of women that are not playing games. They're just letting you know, hey, I like you. They're not ghosting you. They're not waiting, 2 days to reply to your text, playing, texting games and mind games and and all of that. They're not playing hard to get. However, this is a woman that's not playing hard to get with you, because you also have to observe, is this the way she is with everybody? Is she just going up to guys like, yo, what's up? Because that's a whole nother problem. Be aware on the woman that likes you. In my personal experience, when a woman, and I'm not talking about a woman that's out there trying to get at every guy. I'm talking about where this woman, I can tell that she stepped out of her character to let me know what's up, right? And one, it feels great, right? Because you're like, oh, all right, you were, especially when you don't expect it. And two, it really takes it to the next level quickly, because you're not playing games. She let you know how she felt. And if you have any kind of attraction back, it's on. There's no games. Sometimes you can grow into that as well, because a lot of times, personal experiences, this isn't from a book or anything like that. This is when there's a woman that likes you that much, but she's never said anything. She's giving you a million signals. And sometimes us men, that's what I mean about being aware, be open, we just, it just goes over our heads, right? Until, a situation somewhere, something happens that it forces that to come out. And it just escalates quickly, because you might have had your own repressed feelings, but you weren't really thinking that she was feeling the same. And then when she revealed that she was, it's all about patience. And these situations really, really develop themselves. They really do. If you're out in the world, that you will run into women. Go to people's birthday parties. Go to people's baptisms. Go to anything that you can go to, if this is your pursuit, right? If this is what you're doing. And you will meet women that are going to let you know what's up. Everybody else, there's you have to convince, and that's what seduction comes into play, because it's not manipulation. It's, you have to sell yourself to women that are especially if you attracted women are having men coming at them, all kinds of men. So for you to be able to have any chance to compete, you have to sell yourself. And that's a struggle, because each woman is unique. And it's a constant learning experience that for example, I like the challenge. Right? I really like women that are hard to get, or that have a certain attitude as if you're not good enough. And I love just flipping that around with time and patience. Again, you can flip that around. And I like the challenge of beating the odds. There's women that are intimidating, but that doesn't mean that you can't get them as well. There's been women in my life where it's been like, I know it's like, man, she's out of my league, or I can't even afford her. Like, things like that, like in my head. And next thing you know, later I'm like, what? Got her? Like, how? Like, in my mind. But that builds your confidence. So that challenge builds your confidence. But if you're not up for it, just your anxiety's too bad, or you just don't like that feeling, because it is a feeling of anxiousness, because you are getting prepared. It's almost like going on stage or something like that. Like, people are going to watch. Like, there's an anxious feeling. Doesn't matter how many times you do it. So women that like you will reach your life, and it's probably going to be a lot of them. So take advantage of the situation when a woman let you know that she's into you, she likes you, she thinks you're great, and she's making the effort to be the one letting you know this. Trust me, it took her a lot to get to that point. So appreciate it. And if you could take advantage of that, and advantage, I mean by, you know, advantage of the circumstance, of the situation, of the fact that you could be winning the lottery here. So take advantage of that lottery ticket and explore it. And if you're not attracted to her, I mean, at least, it's something, be good to her, because she took a lot of effort to let you know how she felt. And it'd be the first one. If she does that directly. And if not, be aware of the signals. So I wanted to give you that because I understand the anxiousness of that fear of rejection. And not all men are going to be able to face it, handle it well. And it's okay. That doesn't mean that you're not a strong man, or it doesn't mean that. It just means all of us deal with emotions differently. And some men just, they don't like that feeling of getting rejected. They don't know how to act. They don't, just because it's just something they're not used to. Now, if you're the opposite, or like me, that I've had to jump in the water and get rejected a million times. And I've grown to the point that I actually like it. I like that challenge. I like to be rejected. I like it. I've brainwashed myself to love just the no's. And if I can eventually turn them into a yes, it's a double yes. And if not, I don't care. I like the no. I like to know the no. So I'm going to leave it there. And if you know someone that's very anxious about getting rejected, share this with them. And if you haven't done so, subscribe. Till next time. Peace.